What's going on, everyone? I'm Solember, and I'm jumping straight into part 2 of my Tera Raid battle series. I won't be wasting your time with ads or by asking for subs. YouTube has been out for 15 years, and you know how it works by now. Today we'll be looking at Polteageist, a mischievous little Pokemon that is capable of causing all sorts of havoc in a Tera Raid. The pure ghost typing gives it only 2 weaknesses, and it also comes with 2 immunities. It has a notably high special attack stat, but the focus for this build will have it more worried about the damage its teammates can dish out. A quick look at the moves and you will see Shadow Ball as its damaging move. The reasoning is straightforward. Stab ghost damage that can contribute to the damage pool when the opportunity arises. Having an attacking move is also important when Taunt comes into play. Skill Swap is a move that I want you to focus on because it's the move that makes this Pokemon a real ace for Tera Raids. When paired with physical attackers, giving the Tera Raid Pokemon weak armor can be absolutely devastating. While the Pokemon may reset the stat reductions at some point, it will keep weak armor, which will then lower its defenses all over again. The increase in its speed is almost a non-issue in Tera Raids, so this works well here. There are also many abilities that make Tera Raids hard to handle. Curse Body, for example, can really put a damper on momentum, which gives Skill Swap a handy increase in usefulness. Finally, you may find that switching your teammates' abilities around can be beneficial in some situations. For example, if you have an Azumarill who's about to faint, take its ability, huge power, and pass it on to, for example, a primed Annihilate that's also on your team. Fainted Pokemon return with their original abilities intact. Protect is here to gain a little extra health from leftovers if needed or to avoid dying at a critical moment. The least damage you are taking, the better you are doing your job. Strength Sap is a beautiful move as it heals Polteageist while lowering the opponent's attack stat. Since the opponent will likely restore its attack to full, you will be able to gain maximum health multiple times. You can also use this move on a special attacking teammate to gain health in a pinch without hurting their damage output if needed. I chose Tera Ghost for Polteageist simply for the damage and for breaking Tera Shields, but there are arguments to be made in favor of Steel, Dark, or Normal types if you plan on being more defensive. Having multiple Polteageist in your box is always an option as well if you just can't decide. As mentioned before, the ability chosen is Weak Armor. I have chosen a modest nature to improve my damage output as I found myself not being knocked out often enough to worry about defenses more than I have. For the same reason, I maximize my HP and special attack, though either defense or special defense have their individual benefits on a less aggressive build. Leftovers is a good fit for passive regeneration, but there's an argument to be made that the Big Root can recover more HP in the long run when using Strength Sap. Polteageist can be found easily in Tera Raids, but if you're looking to save Tera Shards changing into the perfect type, you can find Sinistea around Alphanado. You can find cracked or chipped teapots at the auction house in Port Marinata, and you can also find them in item balls. A chipped pot is just a bit to the east of Port Marinata, while a cracked pot can be found a short distance to the west of the Ground Blight Shrine. So the main takeaways from this report should be that Polteageist can mitigate a lot of problems that end many Tera Raids in defeat. You should run it on a team with at least 2 physical attackers and against Pokemon with high physical attack as well. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to be a good team player. Do your best to enjoy yourself while playing the games, and I will see you on the next installment of Tera Raid reports with new Pokemon to give you the edge in battle.